Hi everybody, and welcome back to Axion channel. Wow, what a massive max shares live launch on Axion today, about 2 hours, so pretty epic. We're going to check this out. I'm just going to check the volume here. Welcome. Pretty epic. We have massive number of people staking, and so we're going to get into have a look at that. And welcome.
But you notice that as your anxiety,
We're just going to set this up, so I'm just going to welcome everyone in the chat. Max Shares Party. This is huge for the community, and hopefully we'll get a good number of people max staking, getting all those shares. Going to get massive divs. So welcome everybody. We've already got 6 people in. Let yourself be known in the chat, and welcome in the chat. So great to have you here. So let's get into it. We've already got 15.7 billion staked for 5,555 days, which is about 15.2 years. That's 3.37 million US dollars worth. 1,272 stakers for 5,555 days. Pretty epic. And we've had a really nice flow in of, if we go to the activity channel on the dashboard on Axion today, we've got all these fire burners. These are all stakes for max shares, so pretty awesome. You've even got this one here, staked 555 days, so special little icon there with the flame. Some massive numbers of Axion being staked for 15 years. Look at them all, just one after another, upgrade, or you've got normal stakes as well, being upgraded 5555 days. So pretty epic, just on and on and on. It goes right back through to the launch. Look at that, folks. Beautiful. Andreas, never been this hyped about Axion before. Yeah, awesome. Hey, mate, that's good to see you too. Mr. Credit and Cash. Hey, what's up, bro? Good to see you here. Welcome. This is huge news. You can see that Axion's just rolling out these new initiatives, one after another. We actually got a few little insights from T Daly on the show. So on Axion Today's show that probably most of you have watched. It's just finished up a couple of minutes ago, so a good time to follow on with the live stream here, just to party on with this huge announcement. You can see look at this one here, 104 million Axion. This one here, 104 million Axion staked for max shares. Pretty epic. So basically, max shares is 2.5 million staked at least or more for 5,555 days, right? And you need to basically do that, and you will then be able to qualify for a ETH reimbursement for the US dollar amount, and you'll have to fill out a form to do that. You can have up to five stakes at max share stakes within the next week. That's how long it's running out. It's a first in, first served basis. So those are the basic key features to it. So pretty epic. And you can see that a lot of people have just jumped onto this. It's huge. Look at, we're just going back, scrolling back through history, and it's pretty massive. And look at that, just scrolling through. Just going to refresh my page there, and look at that, it's just going right back through. 555 days, max share, pretty neat. So we're going to look into this party on. Lisa up be known in the chat. Hey, Alex K, he's our moderator. Hey, AT, big day for Axion. Yeah, definitely. So huge. Look at that. We're just scrolling back. Pretty epic. It just keeps going right back to the launch. Look at these burning stakes. This is incredible numbers. Look, 100 million, 26 million, 71 million. Some really big numbers. 41 million. Huge. 103 million. Some real massive stakes here going on. Pretty epic. And they just keep going right back. I mean, this is an hour ago. So obviously the Axion Today show was on for about 2 hours. There's another 104 million, 110 million, 101 million, 101 million. All these massive stakes going right back. This back towards the launch. Pretty epic. Oh, I got a little Norton update. Let me get rid of that. And we're coming back here. And so, boom, look at this. This keeps going 110 million, 56 million. I mean, it's huge. So this is why we're partying on with this max stake launch. But as Alex points out, fees are insane at the moment. So this max shares last for a week. So you can try and time to get the lower gas fees at the moment. So we're going to do that. Let me just pull up the gas fee chart at the moment. But look at this. This is going on with these massive amounts of shares there. So pretty epic. Not sure what's happened there to the. I'll just refresh that. So I'm just going to close down some windows here, just give a bit of juice. So let's have a look at the announcement. We're going to look at that 320 Gwei at the moment. Yeah, so pretty massive. So we're going to have a look at, obviously Elon Musk came out tweeting about Bitcoin. Bitcoin went through the roof. I talked about yesterday in our general crypto chat about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Axion, and how Bitcoin was targeting, following the indicators, 43 to 70,000 US dollars. Obviously, with a special event like Elon Musk, one of the probably first or second richest person in the world now, tweeting about Bitcoin, that has pushed that for certain, not just the indicators, but pushed that for certain now up at 45,000 US dollars for Bitcoin. That's likely to keep rallying now, so pretty bullish on that one. And what we've seen is the Gwei just jumped. Obviously Ethereum price has not quite moved like that, but it's still moved up pretty decent. And we've got the Gwei just jumped from 90, 94, 108. I think it was about 108 before it really happened, and it just jumped up to 365. Now it's been zigzagging around. Now it's around 222. And sometimes if you're actually doing a specific transaction, as Alex pointed out, 320 Gwei. The whole refund gas fee may backfire as people rush to restake at any cost, unfortunately. Yes, it is. It's running for a whole week. So hopefully, it's obviously a first in, first serve basis. But just pace yourself during the day, and you might get a better Gwei, a better gas fee. Helps distribute that over the period. The budget apparently was 80,000 US dollars, so just keep that in mind as well. Alex K says you should probably put max amount on it before it all melts away with $500 transactions. Yeah, so that's how it's going to play out. We'll just have to watch it during the week. So that's where the gas is at the moment. So just time it on the lower gas. We do get quite a bit of variability. Look at that volatility, but it is ultimately high. When we came into that 95 yesterday, Gwei for a while, that was quite a nice little reprieve, even at that level. So pretty cool. Now let's just go. Let's keep scrolling back through. So 2 hours ago, let's go right back. We're just scrolling back through all these massive max shares, and it's as far as it goes back at the moment. So there we are 2 hours ago, and if we come back to I think it's the overview, we'll be able to see that there are 246.5 billion Axion total shares. Presumably this is updated in real time. We've got the 555 Club at 15.74 billion total amount of Axion, 1,274 stakes. Now, if you want to know what the beginning amount was, I know, because I obviously cover this every day in the auction close video that we do, post on this channel every day and onto the chats. Well, it was 10.5 billion, folks, 10.5 billion, and we're now at 15.74 billion. So that's about 50%. It's about 50% jump in the High Five Club, who have staked for 5,555 days. Outstanding. So pretty awesome. We're now at 3.36 million US dollars. Now, looks like that Brian Punky wanted basically to do get it up to 50 billion over the coming weeks. Not necessarily in the max share week, which you get fee covers up to $80,000. You get 5 stakes per person. But basically to get that number way up so that you're taking off a huge amount of the total shares, which we've got 246 billion shares. So if we get 50 billion stake for 5,555 days, that's about 20% or so. So it's getting up over that mark. So if you can actually stake over that amount of percentage of your Axion and 5,555 day stakes, so greater than 20 to 25%, then you'll probably do get more shares relative to other people in the ecosystem of Axion staking and get more rewards. So venture capital auctions is coming up, so we're going to get massive amount of rewards from Wrap Bitcoin, and altcoins as they come into play as well. Let's have a quick look at some of the comments in the chat. We've got 14 people here. Let yourself be known in the chat. This is a huge day for Axion. Axion just keeps rolling out one thing after another. You can see the momentum building, and when that VCA comes out, now the price at the moment is a steal at the moment. In my opinion, obviously do your own due diligence, but 0.000218. So that's it. That's a good place to buy in. So here we are, folks. Now let's have a quick look. Andreas says they're absolutely insane. Yeah, absolutely insane. Agree. So people are chasing those shares now. You can imagine those people that are in the high five club now. Look, we just got another one, 28 million staked, another 11, so down to 28 million staked, and 3 other new events. So there's heaps of staking going on. As Alex says, though, if you can time the gas fees, that will be helpful. So if the gas fees do come down towards the 100 Gwei mark, then it might be a good time to stake. Typically, you have to do 2.5 million or more in your stake. Look, there we had another Sharks that staked 11.11 million. You can see that in the bottom of the corner there. So there's the notifications are coming up in real time. A fish has just staked 5 million shares for max shares, and there's another one coming up. So these are happening live as we're watching this video. It's pretty exciting. And as Andreas says, absolutely insane. I think it's absolutely insane as well. Shane, hey, welcome Shane. Good to see you here. So is it just for new stakes, or do we end our stakes and restake? I can late to the party. So you can actually go on to the staking page, and you can extend from the looks of it. Oh, something's happened on my channel there. Shane Ferguson, Andreas, this is now an upgrade button for every Axion stake. Yeah, so you can go to the Axion stakes on your staking platform, and you can actually do the upgrade. So you can go, there's a button there, so just go onto your staking page, check it out. It's pretty intuitive, and you can do that on your stakes. Thanks Andreas for that one. Restaking 555 stake will only be possible throughout this week, if I understood correctly. Yeah. And then after that, you can still obviously stake your shares for 5,555 days and still get all the shares, but it's just covering for the max share campaign. So just while we're live, we're getting these notifications coming through, pretty epic. We're going to go back to the activity here, and we'll just go on let's have a look. Don't know if I've actually got my stake page open. I haven't got my stake page open here, so here's the announcement. So we're going to read through that. So this came out earlier today. So this is about 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago now. Read all the information in this announcement before submitting your response. You can only submit one response onto this form. Any fresh stake or restake, so any fresh stake, that's new stake, or restake for max shares over 2.5 million will have gas fees compensated. Staking for 5,555 days increases your shares for that stake by an average of 3.71x. So that's how many more shares you get. So obviously the people who are staking this long are going to get so many more shares. So when the wrap Bitcoin comes out through the venture capital auctions, which we got an indicative looking at April, but could be earlier depending on the audit. So that's the time frame that was talked about by Punky on the Axion Today show. So pretty neat. This increase in shares guarantees higher returns in both Axion and BTC dividends for the venture auction. It is an estimate that you can make your 5,555 stake back in 11 months through the venture auction. So that's the golden goose, right? Is that if you can stake for 555 days and 11 months through the venture auctions, you'll get back your stake back, your value of your stake back. So that's why it's a kind of a no-brainer. And these are going to be extended. The venture auctions are going to extend it past the 3-month initial period, and so they're going to have the 2 venture auctions per week, which is going to be 1 billion. And then the other days will have the standard Axion days, but they'll be moved up to 300 million Axion. So that's how it's going to play out. So it's going to be a lot of momentum in the auction space, and they're going to be marketing is going to was planned for April, and marketing is now going to be pulled in to February. So it's and then going to ramp up. Okay, and that was going to be not $50,000 but $75,000, but now there's going to be marketing $20,000 mid-late February, ramping up from there. So ads are going to start to disperse. Also, a big part of the ads is the community, pushing out through the community networks. Like this channel, for example, is going to be pushing out all the advertisements as well. It comes down to everybody in the community. Obviously, we've got about 14,500 people in the community so far. Obviously, we want to get that up to 50,000, say in three months or something like that. That's kind of the ambitions. So pretty neat. And let's have a quick look at the rest of this announcement. So we have funded $80,000 worth of ETH. So hopefully, Shane, this is helping you get up to date. We've funded $80,000 worth of ETH to pay the gas fees on the first come first served basis. Any stake of 2.5 million Axion or more set for 5,555 stake days is eligible, with a limit of 5 stake gas compensation per person. So that's what I said earlier. Your stake restake. Okay, so this Shane, this is the stake restake must be set after the starting block to be eligible for compensation. Starting block 118.18550, but the button's obviously being clicked by T Daly in the show to help make compensation fund usage more efficient, so that users can have their gas compensated. Please try to use gas low fee times. So this is what we're talking about. Obviously, gas fees, which we jumped over there and had a look, as Alex pointed out, were quite high at the time. So we're just having a quick look at that. And so let's have a quick look here. So gas fees are pumping a bit at the moment. Obviously, the massive Bitcoin jump with Elon Musk's tweet, and obviously Axion today's probably started to, all those states that we had are contributing. Obviously, there's a lot of transactions go through, but we're talking about 12-14 per second. But they certainly have everything aggregates and impacts the ETH chain. We've got 261 Gwei at the moment, so you might want to try and wait maybe later today and see whether the Gwei pulls back a bit after the price push. So just be aware of that. So executing your transactions, you can check those times here. So that's the page that we're just looking at. Current remaining ETH for 5,550 gas compensation 47 ETH. Above ETH value will be updated. Okay, so you can keep notice of that. You can only submit this form once per perform your 5 stake restake transactions, and include them all in the single form response. Okay, so if you do your max 5 transactions, you've got to put them in this form all together, so that they're not got 5 different forms from you. There's got one. So that's how it works. Let's have a look. Andrea says, yeah, accidentally missed the fresh stakes, get compensated as well. Guess it is a no-brainer to grab more Axion then. Absolutely. And this price is just the price hasn't reacted to max shares yet, and it's just this is ready to boom, really. Andreas also says, not that gas fees are a big price to pay in the long run, but me personally, I am only a small-time investor. Yeah, and so that's why, particularly if you're a small-time investor, you want the gas fees to be lower, and so that you can, so just wait till it comes maybe to 100 Gwei, and you might be lucky later in the day. It's just a matter of just keep checking it, and hopefully you'll get that good result. So cheers to everybody. Max Shares Party. Grab yourself a drink and a bit of celebration. But next coming up is obviously we've got that Max Shares. You've already seen on. Let me just pull up. I don't know if I got that here. I think that will pull up the. So this share rate too of 1.09 is only sticking around for a short period of time, so it's good to get it now too, so you get more shares today than you'll ever get, and so forth. I would use this screen, but the screen I've got it on, can't remember where I put the, let me have a look. Not sure if that's the white one, right? So on this particular account, you can see that you got some mature stakes. So if you've got mature stakes, you can actually, there's an upgrade button. So you can upgrade, and you can see that if you upgrade shares, upgrade the stake and receive maximum shares at the current rate, 1.09. So that's going to be fixed for not for long. So it's going to eventually go up. Any accumulated interest will be added to your principal and restaked for 5,555 days. So the principal, if this one here's got 498,000, you actually need 2.5 million, and then this will be 500,000 Axion with the rewards. The shares will be 460, and the total shares remember you're getting 3.71 more shares. Then that would give 1.89 million shares. So way better shares. You're gonna get way more divs. And then but the maturity will be 15 years. You click upgrade and away you go. So that gives you some idea on this account how that works, and you can go through and check through your existing state, your matured stakes, existing stakes, and do that. So hopefully that helps a bit. What we got here. So yeah, that's the way that works. So let's jump back to the Axion today dashboard. We can see that we've got all these 3 minutes go, 3 minutes go, 3 minutes go. So we're getting some really nice stakes here. 500 million. OMG. OMG. 106,000 just staked for 15 years. 500 million Axion just staked for 15 years. OMG. That's crazy good. Andreas says cheers. Yeah. Did you see that, Andreas? 500 million. Can you see that on the board? 500 million just staked for 15 years. Max shares. 500. Oh, that's just insane. Boom. Mind blown. Boom, 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 boom. Crazy stuff. Let's have a look at this Axion price at the moment. It's just, I don't know if it's got that on the, let me just up, I'm just going to refresh the DEX tools there. And sometimes the features disappear for some reason. And so we've got that. Here we go. 500 million. Oh, I can't believe that's crazy. 122 million 6 minutes ago. This is epically huge. Let's go back to, I think it's the overview again. And yeah, we've climbed to 15.96 billion, 1,284 stakes. Whales splashing around. Yeah, Alex, that's like epic. I mean, that's a big deal to stake that much for 15 years, folks. So they're chasing down that 3.71x more shares, right? They're chasing that down, and they are going for it, and they're basically they're going to get more shares and then get more of the wrap Bitcoin that's coming up, probably as late as March from the sounds of it, late March or early April from the sounds of it for venture capital auctions. Obviously, the code is well advanced. We got told that by T Delhi yesterday or the day before, one of the last 2 days, and then it's going to have to be audited too, so it gets an audit done. A lot of the features will be similar to stuff that you're already using on the daily auctions, so it's going to be interesting. And then obviously it will be liquid, so the dividends will be wrapped Bitcoin liquid. So out of 100% of the auctions that go in, so there's going to be 2 venture capital auctions per week, 85% will go back to stakers, potentially as wrap Bitcoin, and they also are going to have an altcoin mechanism, so I'm not sure how that second one's going to play now. I've heard a few different things, that Scott, the tokenomics guy, is doing stuff, and obviously Punky's doing stuff, so we'll wait for more on that, but definitely wrap Bitcoin. The illustration today was 85% wrap Bitcoin as a basic, and then so 10% is going to go back to the people that enter the auction of the Ethereum, and then 5 as wrap Bitcoin, and 5% will go to the team to run the expansion of the Axion ecosystem, and then 85% back to stakers. So that's why we're getting these massive. Someone to stake 500 million Axion is a big deal for 15 years. So we just got that a couple minutes ago. So it's pretty massive. And Alex says whales splashing around, definitely splashing around. That's huge. So total shares now up to 248.9 billion. Axion shares now in play. Epic, epic, epic. So that's going up. We've got, let's jump over to, I think it's the analytics page. Let's quickly check that. We'll just scroll down from the price. No, that doesn't have what I wanted. Home page. Yep. So I'm not sure about the stake percentage on here. This it does make, they do relate to this here, but the stake percentage doesn't make. I just need a bit of work on that one, because we've got another staking page, and so we're going to wait and see what that is. So staked 186 billion, liquid 69. So that's definitely not too bad. So 14 and 254.9 billion in total supply. So that's where we are with that. Now, let's jump back down here. So we'll go back to the overview again. And so this is the one where this is the key metrics that we're looking at here at the moment is the 555 club. We're just about to hit 16 billion. Now let's bring up the calculator. Let's make some Alex Casey, they mentioned that version 1 stakes will be a bit more expensive to upgrade. Unfortunately, never ones that will be cheaper. Yeah, so if you got version 1 stakes, which were the original level, because obviously they did the upgrade and did a layer 2, and then version 2, then you need to, those will be slightly more expensive on the gas fees because it's a few more extra, I guess, blockchain mechanisms or processes to run. So I'm not sure the technicalities, but that's Alex is quite right. That's going to be a little bit more expensive. It looks like $250 to upgrade version 1 at the moment, but that's at the current GWI, right? And the current GWI is pretty huge at the moment. So let's have a quick little refresh of the gas fees. Once again, they want you to do your best to time lower gas fees so that they can last more. At the moment, the gas fees are pretty high. In a couple of hours, they may come back down again. Probably at least they may come down to 150 GWI, if not 100 GWI, over the next, say, 12 hours or so. Just depends on how long this price pump goes. Obviously, Ethereum might actually do a delayed pump as well and go up even higher. So we're just got to be mindful of that. Oh, that's at 140 GWI, Alex says. So he's obviously doing that at the moment. So that's how that works. Nice comment, which is kind of optimistic. Yeah, it's always good to be optimistic, Alex, but I get you. So it's definitely high at the moment. This is what the average is. So if you actually do the transaction in your MetaMask browser, you'll be able to get an idea. You can always reject it if it's obviously not suitable. So and wait for later on. So yeah, so there was the announcement. So read through that, and then there's the form. So just go into Discord under announcements for that, and you can get that link. I'll try and copy the message here, and we'll post that in. So 5 stake gas compensation, and that's the link on the Discord, and you can get to the form that way as well. So hopefully that helps you if you're looking at doing that. And the instructions actually on the staking platform are very good, so you can follow those. You can see that they're quite good on the staking platform. What's the mining APY at the moment, just out of interest? 102.56, so that's definitely softened. So more people, increased demand for the mining. So that's interesting. And once again, all you have to do is hook up what your particular address is. Sometimes you might have multiple addresses, and just hook that up, and you can go down to your stakes, and you can click on the buttons there. So under this one here, a particular account, there's a couple here that have matured. It could upgrade those, and that's what it does. But to qualify for you can do 5555 days on any of your stakes, but to qualify for the compensation, you need to be doing 2.5 million or more on each stake, and you can get up to 5 of those. So that's very important to remember. So hopefully that helps you there. And once again, it's any fresh stake or restake for max shares over to will have gas fees compensation. So that's the way to go on that one. So let's go back here. We saw it 15.97, so a little quieter at the moment, but man, it's been absolutely killing it. We just got some bids in there into the auction there. More staking divs for people. 80% of that Ethereum will go to auction market buybacks and go back to stakers. So it's a win-win-win going on here. You got 555 days, another stake there, 2.77 million, and they should have actually done the. I don't know how that was passed through, but that's pretty cool. And then you got all these max shares going on. That last ginormous one there, 500 million. It's epic stuff. So let's jump to the general chat and see what's going on Discord. If you haven't got a drink, grab yourself a drink. It's a great day to party for this max shares. So much is coming. I love how the team is just going boom, boom, boom. The team's kind of really surprising me with their delivery. Boom, 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 boom. Everything's lined up, rolling out. It's impressive. A lot of other projects have delays, and obviously from this beginning of this year, this team has just killed it with delivery. Boom, boom, boom. It's just coming out. They haven't looked backwards, so pretty epic. That layer 2 upgrades really opened up opportunities for them to really deliver stuff, and the coding seems to be really cool. Alex K says, I wish they would have structured refunds better. 50% refund with $100 refund per stake max. $500 would make people look for better gas price to upgrade. That's true. That's true, Alex. All right, so there's lots of questions being answered there. So yes, participation there. Just looking for some good stuff. Early dividends by staking. All stakes will receive daily divs. See, remember coming back to that economics. So they're talking about if you're staking 5 for 5 days, that with the venture capital auctions coming up, you'll basically make that back, and within 11 months was the calculation. So pretty epic. And the other thing is that if the High Five Club with the 5 day staking is 25% of all stakes, then you need to at least have 25% of yours staked longer than that. And the point was that if you had less than 10 million Axion altogether, that you should really have all of that staked if you really want to do super well. And if you're over 10 million Axion in your portfolio, then you should have at least 50 to 60% of that staked, and so you're going to be doing twice as good as the staked amount, which in the High Five Club, which is 15%. Because remember, they get 3.71 times more shares. So that's what you're playing against. That's why the staking's very important. At the moment, the Axion price is sitting there. It's boggles the mind. It's going to start. People are going to start buying it up. So this is like the quiet before the storm for that. So we'll see what happens there. Let's have a look through. Just checking through some of these Discord stuff through some of the moderators, seeing what they're saying. Any insights there? So just going through that. Seriously, the team puts up 50 plus ETH, 80,000 to help the cost of staking, and all people can do is bitch and whine. So you do get a few people that complain about that. Obviously, gas fees are a bit shocking people. People are a little bit shocked, so they're just not used to it. But obviously, this is about compensation, so it's like a no-brainer. If you're wanting to get the most out of your shares, get shares and get it compensated. And hopefully maybe a bit later in the day. They did say to don't rush through the first day, try and spread it out over the next few days. So, but you can definitely watch the Axion today thing. So we got another stake there, 5 for 5 days. That wasn't a max stake, so that's how that's playing out there. Let me have a look back here. So looking around, you have the opportunity to gain more shares and get reimbursed. Pretty epic, really. So what else we got here? Just going through there. So that's the end of that one. Now there were. I'm just going to go scroll right back here. Now there were some posts by interesting comments that T-Deli had on the Axion Today show. Was that they were seriously looking at Polkadot as a way. He's confident that Ethereum will get to the ETH 2.0 and the gas fees will come down, but the time frame is uncertain. So we did a video the other day saying that maybe sharding could come into play at least by the middle of the year when they got the fork. We could get something from June, July onwards. Could start getting a ramp up. Could show some relief, but they don't know. It could be a year away. So that play out. So they were certainly looking, they were very keen on Polkadot. They were definitely going to do a lot of more research, but that's going to take time to play out. So Ethereum gas fees are around. We will be, having to manage that, trying to find the lowest way for some time to come. Alex says they said don't rush, but if people do 5 upgrades at $300 each, that fund will not last very long. That's true, Alex. That's true, Alex, and that's kind of the dichotomy that we're in. So, but that's why I'm saying if I would just try and wait for a bit later on in the day and see whether you can get something in a few hours' time that's a bit lower way. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, Alex, to see See how quickly that runs up. It's enough for less than 100 people at those rates. Yeah, and we probably had close to that already, Alex, from the looks of it on the thing. So we'll see. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, we've probably had 100 stakes in here already, Alex. So you might be right about that one. The better another alternative, Alex, is they could have prorated it right between the total amount. But that, I guess that's, all just capped it the first so and so, but then it all limits it, right? So I think that your idea is probably the best one. Your one is probably the best one. Yeah, so Alex is saying it's going to run out today, and he's quite right based on this, looking at the maths. Now that we look at that in more detail. So the idea is that you probably wait in an hour or two just to see whether the GUI can come down. Just keep trying it, and if the GUI gets down to a point that you're happy with, you might want to get in sooner than later. Yeah, it may have run out already. That's true, Alex. We'll just scroll down. I'm just trying to find out some of the. Robbie posted a picture, never dull, with it all being crazy on there. It was a crazy day for sure. Yeah, at the high GUI at the moment, 80,000 does burn through pretty quickly, as opposed to when we were paying less than 50 GUI or 30 GUI. So yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do about that, Alex. If they might end up having to double the amount. That could be. That could have some serious implications on that. I think I'll wait and see with my stakes, says Alex. I was just trying to find Alex. I don't know if you were online at the time, but Brian had actually posted some marketing pictures last night. I wasn't on at the time. Obviously, I'm in New Zealand, so we're on the at the front of the timeline, as it were. And I gather he's in America, so apparently posted some images of marketing images that they're going to be using. So I just wanted to find those as well. But regardless of whether you qualify for the max shares for 555 days, basically staking for 5555 days is going to give you the maximum shares 3.71x times, which will get you the most of a huge proportion of the wrapped Bitcoin when it comes out as dividends in the VCA auctions twice a week. So it's going to bode pretty well. So apart from the conversation, all the rest of it holds up. So therefore, if you're going to stake for 555 days and before the VCA auctions, you just definitely want to find a good low GUI period. I think that's a fair comment. Would you agree with that, Alex? Give me a thumbs up. I don't know. I think that's pretty much the way it goes. So Sharky says maybe a cap to reimbursement should have been $500 per person to encourage to look at lower gas prices. But like you say, that $80,000 gets eaten up pretty quickly with $500. So there are other people making comments, ideas like Alex has been. Let's have a look. Yeah, still can't find these pictures. This problem is there's been so many comments on Discord. I could search for them probably. 102 million locked up for 15 years. That's putting it in. 102. There we are, max shares. This team backing up their words. Not that I ever doubt them. There's a brilliant team. I mean, they really are setting the standard in the marketplace. There are a couple other teams that are also very good, but Axion's definitely right up there. Yeah, even without a refund, yeah. But you definitely want to pick your low GUI period if you're going to do it, because obviously you don't want to pay exorbitant fees if you can avoid it. Still trying to find these marketing things. I would search it on the search tool, but I can't quite see that. My right screen's a little bit damaged on that part. Well, I've got two screens, but the one that I use is a little bit damaged in the top right corner. here. Yeah, I haven't seen him on here at this stage. What time are we? Like 11. Oh well, it's miles away. So I'll just jump to present, and I'll have a look for that at another time. Let's jump back to max shares. So what do we got here? Stake upgrade. Not sure if that's 2.5 million max shares there. So yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do about that, Alex. They're getting, this definitely getting more. It's definitely adding up pretty fast. Look at this. We got 11 million here. Who was that last one we saw? Here was that ETH bid that we had before we came back. We've had 11 million, 19 million max shares, 5 for 5 days. So these people are just doing 5 for 5 days. Max shares 2.5. This keeps rolling in, folks. So it's looking good. Let's jump back to the overview. And we're 249 billion shares now, so it's really climbing. High Five Club just hit 16 billion. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So let's get the calculator out. And I think you can see the calculator. Let's put that over here. Let's see if you can see that. Just wait a slight delay. Hey Andreas, good to see you again. 8.2 million Axion for an ETH right now. Last week before increased share rate. Feels good to be alive. Absolutely. Let's have a look. We'll jump over to the auction briefly and have check that out while we're at it. And oh, my calculator's not showing up there. Not sure why. That's a bit weird. Okay, so let me do the math. So 16 billion divided by 10.5. That's a 52% increase in the High Five Club since the launch. Because I'm pretty sure last night it was about 10.5, just over 10.5 billion. So that's a big jump, folks. And we're just in the beginning. I think people will still, even without a conversation, will still get the idea of staking more shares, especially now that these extra percent, have staked. So that total share amount's going up too, obviously. 3.71x times whatever they've been increasing here. So pretty huge. Let's quickly jump over to the auction. I think it's Alex. No, it's not. Let me jump over to auction here. So we've got 6 hours to go on today's auction, and I think it's day 87. Axion available in auction 331 million at 70,000. Total ETH bid is almost 14 ETH. So we're getting up there, and auction market buybacks 81 million, 17,000 so far. That all goes back to dividend holders. So those people that are staking that 5 for 5 club are now getting a proportional amount more now. Uniswap rate 8.2 million Axion. I mean, that's pretty high just by historical standard. And the auction rate is 7.24% higher at the moment. So let's get the calculator out and do a bit of math on that. I'm not sure why my calculator's not showing up, but it was showing up before. So 7, that's what happens when you do live streams. Some things don't quite show up when they're supposed to. 1.1, and so let me divide that by 8.2, just to confirming the math that's on there. Let me just 8.2 divided by 7.6 equals 1.7. All right, so the auction price is 7.24% higher. So basically at the moment, with a 10% bonus on top of the auction price, you're still going to outdo the Uniswap price. Obviously, a self-referral is going to be dramatically higher, so you're going to beat the Uniswap price. But 8.2 million is a huge amount of Axion that you can get at the moment. It just seems it's counterintuitive to the max share program at the moment, because it's absolutely amazing amount to get at the current prices. And when the VCA comes on, it's all going to be over a road. People are going to be going, oh my gosh, and then the whales will start pushing up the price, and it's going to be over Rover. People go, oh, I should have, could have, would have bought more at this price. So that's typically how it happens, and we'll wait and see what people do with that. We've got another announcement from the looks of it, so let's check out that while we're on it. We're getting a lot of tickets about an execution reverted error message when upgrading. So we did see, pretty sure we saw a couple of those live on Axion Today's show. So we'll solution, switch to Ropsten network, then back to Ethereum network and MetaMask. Make sure to have enough ETH to cover the transaction around $300 or more at the moment. Let's go back to, I don't think, Alex, I don't think they may have been checking the number of transactions they've been going through, like you say, because fully used. Robbie's on there. He's going to keep them coming. I'm going. The max share compensation may have been fully used now with the high Gwei. Any team comment? Let me just edit my English. I like to at least have that. It's the problem when you're typing. Yeah, so Robbie's watching live on that. It's pretty cool. Hey, welcome everybody. If you're new to the chat, we've got a few extra people watching. Let's help you know in the comments if you've got any thoughts, or if you've been doing anything with the max shares. Let us know. Anything sounds like a good comment. I look forward to that one. So looking good. Yeah, no answer on it on there yet for me, but this is one that pulled up. That's Robbie's one. Problem when I do that, it goes all dark on my screen. That's why I'm using white screens at the moment, but because my Mac monitor's not quite working. It's got a lot of fuzz on it, so if I use white, it just shows up much clearer for me. Like get about 80% of the screen shows up properly. It still has a bit of some static on it, but it's works a lot better. Hey Jake, waiting for cheap gas. Yeah, you can paste my suggestion if you like. Yeah, which one's that one? C4, keep crushing, bruv. Upgraded today during stream. Excellent C4. Relax and earn all those divs, those wrapped bitcoins coming your way soon enough. Jack, hello Axion family. Good to have you here. Loving it. And Alex K, could you repaste that Alex K, the one that you're talking about? Because I'm not sure which one that is up there. Is that the 50% refund one with 100%? 50% refund with 100% per stake max. The problem that they have, hey Andreas, hey ya. Andreas says hey ya. So that's pretty cool. Let's have a look here. I was just trying to. Did I have actually my? And they will. Robbie says, and they will continue to. I wonder what that's about. Keep them coming. That's Fixation, Beach Ski Patrol. It's a big poster on Discord. Fixation. Click to the Fox icon next to your address bar in your browser. 249 billion, almost at 50. Thanks, boys. I'm not sure what this. Oh boy, that was pretty loud. Sorry about that one. Yep, it would make it fairer to new latecomers. I'll post that one. I think that's a 50% one, so I'll try to add that in. Let's put that in. Adruba says over 30 ETH remaining of compensation. So there we are, folks. So it's 30 ETH still up for grabs, folks, if you're wanting to do that. based on their numbers. Not sure what's happened there. Won't enter for me for some reason. Really? I really must change away my Apple mouse and get back to a standard mouse. It doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to cancel out of that one. Let me do that one again. Oh, maybe it doesn't like. Cool, that's easier. Maybe it didn't like my capitalization. That's probably what the case was. It would make it fair to newcomers to incentivize people to seek cheap shares, cheap gas. True that. Hey, welcome to new people watching. We've got some really good commentators on here. C4, Jake, Andreas, Alex, and keep the comments coming. It's good to have your feedback. There we are. Let's jump back to Axion today dashboard. All got a shrimp has staked 500. Is it 500,000? A shark upgraded 46 million stake to max shares. So they keep coming. So apparently there's still about 30 ETH there. Obviously it's being slowly eaten up as we go. So they had 50. Was it they 50 ETH? About 47 ETH or something. And so it's still got a lot of ETH, I reckon. So pretty amazing. But that may be based on the forms that are going in, right, Alex? So maybe there's a lot more forms coming in their way. So it's going to be interesting. Mr. Transaction Axion, all of my stakes cost well over 500 ETH. Is that right? Insane. That's insane. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that price for sure. I'm too new to crypto to know what that means. I'm torched. So there's a lot happening in the chat there. Let's jump back to the overview. So we're just slowly climbing up there, 16.07 billion. We'll just keep watching that. Gonna hit 1,300 stakes soon. Alex, right, claim forms are way behind transactions. Absolutely. So I think you're right on that one. Jake says, thanks for your awesome videos. My pleasure. Thanks for watching. We're just getting started on Axion ecosystem. You can see it. Still early adoption days right now. Once those VCA auctions come out, it's it's off to the moon really. And not only that, but they're doing credit cards. They're going to do onboarding of non-crypto people through credit cards. They're going to make the onboarding process super simple with that. It's going to be really simple. They'll have we'll just even auto staking from there. These guys are really going to push mass adoption in a real way. So that's the other side of it. People are not thinking about so much at the moment, but that's what's coming down the line. So you're going to have the VCA auctions are going to be obviously big for the community, those people that are already in the play. But you're going to have onboarding and easy adoption coming on as well. They're also going to be targeting traditional marketing area, which is what a lot of cryptos do. So all that's coming up in the future. What is a good gas price? Well, we looked at gas prices. Let's refresh that. Now, Alex says obviously you got to do the ticket yourself to actually see. So if you go to restake, you can actually go through without accepting the gas price. You'll get a notification from Ethereum, but we can see from Metaverse, sorry, and you can reject that if the price is too high. But that will give you the best indication. But at the moment, the Ethereum gas charts are saying 217. So you may be able to get lower than that if you actually try to do the restake. But that's what it's saying here at the moment on the Ethereum gas price chart. So this page shows charts for the Ethereum gas price over time as well as historical gas use and heat maps. And you can see that most of the days are pretty red. Last Saturday, I think this is we had last Sunday we had a bit lighter, but that's getting pretty heavy on the Gwei here. 300. The very red ones are like 300 Gwei, so it's pretty heavy. And yeah, that's pretty much where it's going at the moment. Alex, assuming no refund, it may be more beneficial to buy new Axion instead of upgrading existing V1 stakes to smaller amounts. I agree with that. Yeah, that's why I was pointing out this price at the moment. It's like a good time to get in. Let's have a look at the daily on the Axion price. We're going to full screen that. And look at that to get in at the moment. Still in the middle of the road prices. Seems like a good time to me. We've got a higher low, so we'll see where that heads. We've got big news coming, obviously. This is actually big news today with all these people staking this amount of Axion that long. That takes stuff that was sitting either to be put on the market or sitting liquid, and is now going to be going for 15. So it's taking more and more and more. I really do hope that they get to the 30-50 billion mark over the next few weeks. And I think there'll be a rush before the VCA auctions come out, so that'll be huge too. So there we are, the price at the moment. Gives you a good idea. Let's have a quick look at some of the numbers. So we are very low. We were down here at the 0001, triple zero one mark, sorry, and we peaked out with a big rally that we had. This is a daily chart. Remember, we did a 245% rise. At the moment, from that low, we're at triples. We're up, still up 112%, so it's not bad. And we've got a higher low. So we're up 61%, and then we're up 110%. So we're definitely looking better there. And we take a little diagram, little line, sorry, cut that through there. That's definitely looking better. There we are. So we've got a crab here to stake for 1.9 million for 366 days. So we're getting a few other ones coming in, and we're going to watch this over the next day. Let's have a look. Alex Casey is assuming no refund. Yeah. Andreas says not really understanding how the compensation works though. If I stake and fill in the form, will I get the compensation in cash or extra Axion? You get it in Ethereum. Yeah. So Alex said that it's refund is Ethereum spent in transaction. So that's what you get. So it's ETH sent back to my wallet. Yeah, that's correct, Andreas. So there'll be a little ETH fee as well. Probably, I don't know what it is at the moment, just to transfer between wallets, like $10, $20 probably. I don't know, something like that. I don't know if anyone's done a transfer between wallets lately, but last time I tried to do one, I think it was $10, but it's probably $20 at the moment. Who knows? So let's jump to the activity. Stake upgrade, 20 million there. So that was the last one that we had. Pretty nice. That actually didn't come through on the notifications at that time, I think. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, that question was asked on Axion today, Andreas, about whether you'd be getting a refund in ETH or Axion or whatever. And it was definitely ETH. If we go back to the announcements, I think it might be on there for that. Ace says, did it, staked 5,555 days. That refund is still available, I hope. It cleaned me out. Yeah, I'm not surprised. So congratulations, Ace. Ace has been on, I've seen him on the comments. Assuming that's him. So I know that at least well over 90% of people that watch videos on this channel are male. So I got 90% chance of being right. Let's have a look. Announcements. Jump in there. Yeah, I've forgotten the question I was going to look at now. Yeah, so they had 47 ETH. He reckoned they had 30 ETH, but as we commented on, they will get. So that's what Andreas did. They had 47 ETH to start with, and they will update that daily. But as Alex talked about, once they get all the forms in, it's probably already gone burger. So we'll see, because not everyone puts their form in straight away after they've done it. I certainly would, but not a lot of people do that. But yeah. So we'll just keep watching on the general chat there. So we'll just read through this one more time, just for people that may not have seen it. And welcome to the channel if you just joined us. So this was the announcement for 5,555 stake gas competition. So all the features now on the staking tab. So if you want to go through your stakes, You can see the buttons. They've got very good explanations on them. If there's anything you don't understand, go to the Discord and ask a moderator. But I think that the explanations are pretty good. Obviously, you're just going to stake your stuff for 5,055 days. So that's pretty much it. Let's go through this. So any fresh stake or restake for max shares 5,555 days over 2.5 million will have gas fees compensated. However, there is a limit, so we'll get to that shortly in terms of the total pool of compensation at this stage. They may go over that, but we'll see. So staking for 5,555 days increases your shares for that stake by an average of 3.71x. That's the main goal, is to get more shares, and obviously you're going to get 371% more shares than you would by doing that. This increases in shares guaranteed higher returns in both Axion and Bitcoin dividends, which is coming up soon with the Vector auction. So we're looking at probably late March, April for that, based on Brian's, the marketing director's update today on Axion Today show. You can go back and watch that show and see the highlights there. For the venture auction, is estimated that you can make your 5,555 day stake back in 11 months. So that's the payback of your original principal by pushing it out 15 years. That you can make that back in 11 months. It's based on estimates, so there's lots of moving variables in there, but it's basically the wrap Bitcoin, the Axion that you're going to get. Then relax and divs as you continue to make passive income on wrap Bitcoin. So these are going to be made. They're also going to pull the marketing forward from April. They're going to pull it into February and start ramping it up from February. So that budget was actually bigger than I expected. They were doing 75,000, which 50,000 what we were initially told. So I'm not sure whether that includes or excludes the Sheldon videos either, which was 15,000. Now he's a huge YouTuber, and when he entered back into Axion, that actually got him back into promoting crypto, and now he's actually one of the biggest videos being watched on crypto. Just go check his channel. You'll see that he's getting humongous views, and so yeah, he's definitely one of the top people watching YouTube videos on crypto now. And so he's going to be promoting Axion. I think that's still in the pipeline. I haven't anything else different from that. He's going to do a series of videos. But they're going to pull the marketing director, Brian, said they're going to pull the marketing back into February, late February. So that's going to come up in a week or two, probably after this week. And it's going to slowly ramp up, and also community focus. So we have funded $80,000 US worth of ETH to pay the gas fees on a first come first serve basis. So that's what Alex and I are saying. You better get in quick, because it's getting eaten up pretty quick, and you get your form in. The faster you get your form in, the better. Any stake of 2.5 million Axion or more set for 5,555 days is eligible, with a limit of 5 stake gas compensation per person. So you get 5 transactions of that minimum amount, but you have to put it into the same form. So your stake restake must be set for the starting block, so ignore that bit, it's already game on. To help make compensation fund usage more efficient, so that users would have their gas compensated, please try to use low gas fees times when when executing a transaction. You can check those times on here on the gas, but as we check that, we can see that the gas is unfortunately high. The launch happened to coincide with Elon Musk pumping Bitcoin with his announcements. We can see that it's just come down now, down to 184, so it has pulled back just a little while ago. What's that? Within an hour, 30 minutes ago, it was up at 248 Gwei. It's just come back to 184, so now might be a time to check to see whether that gas fee is acceptable for you, if you are looking to do that. And that's where that's at. So we'll see where that heads over the next few hours. To help, currently remaining ETH was 47. Now I just did an update on the general chat, and he said that there was 30 ETH, but that was because obviously not all the forms have come in, so I'm presuming they're basing that calculation on the forms they've received. You can only submit this form once per your 5 stake restake transaction, include them in a single form response, which is the form here. Let's go back to general chat. So let's jump back to some of the comments. So better to just chill and wait for lower Gwei than rather than FOMOing into the conversation. And Alex says, I think so, Andreas. And I think at this stage that's probably a good idea. I think that there's a good chance that even though the response to my question and Alex's question was pretty much around there's 30 ETH left. I think that a lot of forms have already not come in yet, because we can see that on, if we go to Axion today, you can see all these things here. Look, there's another one, Dolphin, upgraded 6 million stakes. If we go to this activity, we can see that there is a ton of max shares been going on for hours now, so probably 3 hours now, and so I just really find it hard at the current gwei that we've been having, which we can see here. We were in a high gwei period, that's not going to be eaten up already. But if you're going to get it in while you can. But as Alex said, this good strategy might just be to leave the conversation, wait for a low gwei period, and then stake for 5,555 days as an alternative strategy for you personally. Yeah, so you're getting a lot of people. Unfortunately, yeah, that Elon tweet today, gas went through the roof, way better to wait. So some comments there. So Juben said he's trying to get out the refunds as soon as send out each day. So that may happen later today. They're going to be pretty quick with that turnaround. I just bought $600 worth of ETH, not passing up an opportunity to extend my 25 million blitz stake to 5555 days. So that looks like someone's followed your strategy, X. That's one of the mods followed your strategy, Alex, of buying on Axion on market. So this initial period of the transition into Ethereum 2.0 was just the beginning of a bigger picture. Yeah, so we're waiting for the shards to come into play. 64 blockchains of shards. That's going to increase the transaction per second to scaling up to 100,000 per second. So that's what we're waiting for. But I think mid this year is probably when is likely when that's to start happening. So we've got a few comments in there. Hey, we got Andreas, considering the risk that the pot of 80,000 might already be gone, even though it doesn't show yet. Yeah, like I said, the moderators gave 30. Was it Juben gave 30 ETH? But surely many of those stakes had not been put in by forms yet. They may be watching the raw numbers as well. They may be considering that if they can track the fees that way. I doubt it. I think it's probably the forms that they're doing. That makes a lot more sense. That 337 guy, welcome. Good to have you in the chat. Did you hear the comment about the future being able to sell shares later in NFT format? Yeah, so that's definitely coming up later on. It's not obviously their priority quite at the moment that they're going to do being able to sell shares. Like in your parcel of shares rather than selling your Axion. So selling your share stake, that will be tradable, probably as an NFT or something to that effect. That way you can transfer ownership. So it'd be interesting later down the line. So yeah, it's another way of selling an asset. It'll be an asset at this stage. Good point, 337 guy. That was a good one. Captain Worsley, I just got my max upgrade through 4.5 million shares for only $64. Whoa! So they might check out the gas fees at the moment because it just pulled back down, right? Someone just said that I get 64. That's. I mean, in the past that would have been horrific, but now it doesn't seem so. Yeah, gas is just a bit definitely low at the moment, so you might want to check your staking if you are interested in doing that at the moment on that one. 337 guy. If that's the case, might as stake everything for max. Might as well. Yeah. Of course, that hasn't been executed yet, 337 guys, so let's take that into account. But the logic's there. I just got my, nice one. Yeah, great. All I can do that. I get it. I do. I'm such a believer that I have liquidated other coins if I had to. Wow, that's so that's a mod all in. Set my grade 121 and just let it ride. So excited, $64 is steal. Yeah, so sometimes when you set the grade, that may come in cheaper. So take that into account. The team is looking at different options. I hope I don't get it. I don't get hate. Hopefully we'll see the gas solution sometime in 2021. Haha. The team is looking at different options. There are a lot to consider, as it's imperative we make the right choices. So T Daly was saying that on Axion Today's show as well. That was super important. And oh yeah, someone tried to take the slower option, and they lost $300 doing the slow mode. So that was at that really high gwei. So that's why you want to probably wait for the gwei to lower. Getting a failed transaction at $300, that's just ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. I'm glad it worked for you. Yeah, so they were lucky. The gwei had actually come back to make that more likely to happen. So you got to take into account that as well. That's a really good point. So that's why it's good to read some of these comments. People get people's experiences, what they're actually happening to them. Sharky says, I would definitely not do this right now. So yeah, that was quite a risky decision. You could have easily have lost the $64, but they were lucky at the time. They didn't. It will fail if you edit the gas limit. You can set the gwei to whatever you want, and it won't fail. It was horrible. I think a user JL laughed at him. Pretty messed up. I'd be horrified. Yeah. So just to be careful of that one. The team should extend the current offer to all under better gas conditions, as clearly read the page. So what the team could have done is the team could have. Alex, what do you think? Yeah, that's terrible, Alex. Yeah. Alex, what do you think? I think they could have actually, though the launch obviously was fun and it was great, and obviously the features are working really well. They probably could have, after the Elon Musk thing, they could have actually delayed the launch for the 555 Max until tomorrow, and just let the price play out a bit. Like wait till the gas. That could have been another alternative, eh? That would have been a good idea. Because basically it was launched in this period, which is not the best, and they could have waited till another when the gwei got down to 94, 90, 95. Because look, we've had 2 periods of that. Now we might not see that now that the for a couple of days, but markets go up and down, so it would have been an interesting idea to at least maybe delay it by a day or even 2 days. So could have, or structured it in a way to not sell out at max gas price. Yeah, true. So that's something they could have considered. The problem, I think, once they put the stake in the ground, they've just like committed to going that way. But I think that in practice with the gas fees, they're going to definitely need to think about that again. 100% refund makes people not care about price, especially if they can run out. Yeah, absolutely. So that was the incentive. So your structure drives behavior, and that was the case. Yeah, so that's what's going on there. Dude, here's proof I kept it. Oh, I can't even see that. So the problem is when I bring these pictures up, they go black on the screen. So let's jump back. How we're doing? We got been on for 73 minutes, so let's go for a bit longer here. We're at 16.18 billion, 3.4 million. We just hit over the 1300 stakes. Congrats, that's pretty cool. So we're at 16.1. We got the shares almost up at 250 billion. It'll take a little bit more to get to that, but that's not too bad. And people that are staking for 555 days, they not only do they get all those shares at 3.71 times more shares, they actually pick up every big payday. They pick up all the 5 big paydays. And here's the big kicker. Here's the big kicker that no one knew, and T Daly pushed it out on Axion today, and that is that it was apparently in the code, and that big paydays will be paid. You will be able to claim them when they come due. So you'll be able to claim a big payday 1 on the 29th of October 2021. Now the guys, Robbie and that, were like, whoa, really? And they said, oh, can you come back and confirm that? So apparently he's going to come back and confirm that, but he said that it was in the code, and he's one of the 5 chief code writers, and so he's basically saying that each big payday will be claimable on the day. So you got the 14th of October 2021. You'll be able to claim Big Payday 2, which has 15% of the Big Payday 1 billion that was put in there. And then you can see the total paydays over 1 billion. And then you've got the 3 other days coming up: 2023, 24, 25. That was a huge piece of news that you could claim that amount. Oh, okay. So Alex says that is wrong, and T Daly jumped the gun, and that was not the case, and he apologized for it. So just cancel everything I just said. But he did come out with that on the show, and I was like, whoa, really? That's quite a different change. Zai Abu Salih says, no, that was wrong. He said that was a mistake. Okay, so that's a mistake. I was like shocked. I never saw the part where it was a mistake, so I was just like, whoa, that's big news. So that's not the case. So that will just stay in your stakes until maturity. So the big payday will stay in your big stakes until maturity. So it's good to know. Well, there we are. Dolphin has just upgraded the 2 million stake for max shares. So that's another one there. Well, that's normally how it runs, Alex? It's normally how it runs that would stay in the stake as maturity. That's how it works for Hex. The Hex big payday just stays in your stake until it matures. Unless, if you want to renew for 5,500 days. Good points, Alex, there. So, yeah, we had a couple of new stakes going on there. So we've still got that fire going, is in the kiln. Look, we just had a stake mature there, earned 99,888 Axion there for 30 days. I like those short people that short rollover monthly stakes. There's some sophistication to that for short-term stuff, but maybe too good to keep boosting shares. Yeah. They're also in the future, they're going to have some deflationary mechanisms as well. So that's coming into play. So when people actually stake their shares, those shares, so when they stake the Axion is actually burnt, destroyed, and you get shares returned, and then you get reminted the Axion when the stake matures. The other side of it. So welcome to any new people that have joined. So to the live stream. Hope you enjoying this launch of Max Shares. It's been pretty full on out of the gate. We've just seen tons of Max Shares coming out, and this is only 8 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago. So some big ones there, lots of solid amounts there. Over 2.5 million, you get the Max Shares. We had a 40 million 21 minutes ago, 20 million 23 minutes ago. So some decent ones. 40 million, 196, 4 million. Max Shares, that was 35 minutes ago. I think we missed that one, Alex, earlier. Short stakes equals lots of gas. Yeah, so that's true, Cadillac. Welcome, Cadillac. Good to have you on there. That's very true. So I hope you pulled up a nice drink. I don't know if you can see it. The problem is when between when I do an action, I can see it on the play. It's like maybe 5 to 10 seconds later. So I'm still looking to see whether I pulled up that cup or not. So that's quite funny. Cadillac Jack says, Axion today told us to come check it out. I want to learn all I can about Axion. Welcome, Cadillac. So this channel has heaps of videos on covering staking, mining, the daily auctions. You can check out all the folders. There's tons of videos on here, and we've covered a lot of the stuff. We've got probably the best history of Axion on this channel by a long shot. So you can check that out. Also watch all the videos on Axion today. They have and they have a lot of them, the team, they're an official partner. They have a lot of the team members come on and they launched the products on Axion Today show. So that's where it's at. So between the two channels you get a lot, as well as obviously the official announcements on Discord and the moderators on Discord. And obviously there's a lot of seasoned Axion community members as well, like Alex and several others that are around, so you can get lots of help all over the place. So we are going back. We're going to keep going. I'm going to keep going through to 90 minutes. So that's we're going to keep going for another 12 minutes as we enjoy this launch. We've just climbed to 16.18 billion. That keeps climbing. It was 16.09 billion before. We've crossed over 1,300 people with stakes for 5,555 days, which is approximately 15.2 years. And they are getting max shares 3.71 times max shares. The rule of thumb given by Brian, the marketing director, or otherwise known as Punky, was to, if you got under 10 million, you should probably stake it all and get all those divs. That is pretty much an 11-month payback based on their average assumptions and expectations. That if you've got over 10 million, then you should probably do 50 to 60%, and you should definitely probably do more than say 25%, so that you can keep up with all the people that have max shares that have gone to the High Five Club for 15 years, because they're going to be getting that many more shares. So that's some of the rule of thumbs. What are the rewards? The rewards are obviously the venture capital auctions are coming up. They're going to change the standard auctions around a bit, so they're going to be moving up 2 venture capital auctions per week, and they will be 85% of the Ethereum that's going into those auctions will be used to buy wrap Bitcoin, and I believe altcoins as well. So you're going to get that flooding into your wallet. We're waiting for the altcoins. I think there's going to be a different mechanism. I think they might be rethinking that, so I'm just waiting a bit on that. But definitely wrap Bitcoin's coming your way as a staker. That's why we're getting this massive amount of stakers at the moment. Oh, we just got 16.2 billion. It's just jumped up, it's continuing to climb. Pretty epic. Chris Poo, hell of a day for Axion. Excited for the restakes and the future faction. Absolutely. And the target was to get up to 50 billion. Was the point in the 555 club, or the High Five Club. So I see they've taken the High Five Club name onto that, and it's got the 555 Club. So it's a bit of rebranding, marketing going. Remember what's coming up: website being redone, probably the staking platform being redone and aligned, new branding, imagery coming out. There were some posted earlier, or many hours ago when I was asleep, by Brian, the marketing director. So I'm going to go back and check those out, because obviously I want to use those myself, and they're for the community to use as well. And it's going to be a massive. The marketing's going to be brought forward from April into February, and ramped up from there. And so lots happening. And there's credit cards obviously coming out, onboarding of people, marketing, traditional marketing as well as crypto marketing. Lots coming up. So hopefully I haven't missed too many things, but there's lots happening. Cadillac Jack says the share rate holds till 2nd to 14th, 14th of February. So that's an important point. So the share rate is I think I've still got that up. Have I? No. Yeah, so share rate's still sitting at 1.09 here. You can see that here. So that's going to be lasting till the 14th of February, and then that's going to start going up. So you'll get less shares for your Axion. So remember that, it's very important. Hoping to catch some cheaper gas. I don't have 2.5 million, so I have to pay to do it on my own. Yeah, so a lot of people are going to do that regardless of this max share compensation, $80,000 max, 47 ETH. They will be doing. A lot of people will be max sharing regardless of that. And so if you're not in a rush, then you can time the gas. Let's quickly check on that gas chart again. It's been moving around a lot. It's very volatile. So there it's sitting at 178. When you actually do a stake or whatever, the gas fee might be different. So just check that out when you're doing it. Yeah. So welcome to anybody that's new here. Hope you're enjoying this max share live stream, and we're just following on from Axion Today's show. So if you haven't seen that, you can go back and see that. It had the marketing director on it, had the T Deli. I guess he's the chief dev. Not sure if that's the case, but he's one of the 5 devs. And so they're on the show, as well as the Axion Today crew, Patricia, Robbie, and so they're on there as well. I think it's Brian is the other one. I think it might be right. Cadillac Jack, where do you find the chart? That chart. Okay, so this is on the announcement. You can actually see it on the Axion announcement here. But gas price chart. So I just posted the link in there. You can check that out, Cadillac. Andreas, never tried to out the auction yet. It auto stakes 60 days, but how do you increase that into 5? So it gives you an option. The minimum is 60 days, but you can set it yourself manually if you want to do 555 days. That's what happens. So waiting 60 days to. They may have put a new button on that, Andreas, as part of this max share. Not sure. But definitely you can stake it for as long as you want. It just has to be a minimum 60 days when you take it out of my bets for winning in the auction, when you win out of the auction at the end of the 24 hours. So waiting 60 days to max share stake seems like a waste. 60 days to no, so that's not the case. So when you go into the auction and you win the auction and it matures, it will give you the option to stake, and you can stake for 5,555 days. The minimum that you have to stake is 60 days. That's all it's saying. So hopefully that's a clear explanation of that one. Give us a thumbs up, Andreas, if that's clear. So so what have we got here? We've got an update here. Hello everybody. The other thing has just come out, so let me have a look. Yeah, this has just come out a couple minutes ago. We're excited to announce that we're making serious strides in completing our redesign and rebrand. This is fresh news, everybody, and rebranding of Axion. We understand that the prior website information is simply no longer up to date, so we did decide to upgrade our homepage. There has been a considerable amount of effort on all fronts, from the white paper to the professional branding and overall design of the website and portrait, I think that is. For the white paper, we're ensuring that we have all the fresh and exciting token economics that have been discussed over the recent months covered, and all of the information will be truly representative of Axion's current state and future. So that's epic. From our business model, community, technology, development, marketing, you can be sure it'll all be in crystal clear detail. So that's epic. For our rebranding, there's been a ton of discussion over the last several weeks to ensure that we opt for a professional look with truly exemplary in our efforts to building an ecosystem designed for digital asset portfolio growth and longevity, an ecosystem for all users seeking a scalable passive income solution in a digital financial system. As a bonus, for this announcement update, we're happy to showcase our new and improved logo that we'll be utilizing across the board. So we were just talking about this, and it's just come out, so it's cool. This logo is unique and symbolic of the Axion ventures that are soon to become a core part of our ecosystem, and is one that stands out when showcased on all the major coin tracking websites, which will be updated subsequent to this refresh. So check it out on Axion Network. So we're going to check that out. The future's never been brighter, onwards and upwards. So we'll give it a few likes across the board, and let's go for it. Let's have a check it out, eh? Hopefully I can see it on this page. So there it is. That looks real nice. Love that little one. Let me know in the comments if you like that. Give us a thumbs up or a FOMO, something like that. Axion, we're launching our new website. Axion is rebranding a new website. I think that's really nice and simple, really cool. Auction, venture cap auctions. We're up with our new updates. We're also excited to release a revised white paper with our most up-to-date token economics and platform features. Stay tuned. And they've obviously already got a buy and stake platform on there. So this is the new Axion, Axion.network site. So you can check that out. New website. So yeah, nice one, Cadillac. Clean logo. I think that's real clean. So easy to use. The white background's nice. It makes it pop. Really cool indeed. Before they had all the blue. It was all blue. And you can see that on this channel, the icon logo is Axion. It's all blue, and it has white words. And then they had other ones. So there was this really good to get this one nice and clean indeed. So I like it. I like it a lot, as it were. Oh, so we've had Dolphin upgrade their 5 million stake to max shares. So they keep coming in. We've got 4 events here. Go to next activity. Fisher's upgraded 1 million to max shares. Pretty neat. So let's jump to those. 4 million, 50 million, folks. 50 million max shares just come in. 16 million just come in max shares 5 minutes ago. So it's happening. These are really major moves. Obviously, the more do it, the more people that do it, the more it becomes a self-fulfilling outcome. So we're slowly climbing that 250 billion shares as well. 16.28 billion. So it's another 80 million since we last checked. It's about another, what was that, 5 people that have staked, and we're heading up towards that 3.5 million US dollar amount. So looking good. Venture capital auction is the cherry that we're waiting for. It's coming up. It's going to be pretty epic. We've had good sellouts on the daily auction. So when we're doing 250 million to 300 million Axion, they've been selling out pretty much all of them, except for I think the first one There was only one in the first couple of weeks that that didn't. The rest since then it's been to the moon, and so pretty awesome. And I think they're going to probably look to the standard ones. It's going to be 2 venture capital auctions per week. Looks like maybe mid-late March or April, early April. So looking around that time. So we'll wait and see. Yeah, Crew clean logo, absolutely, definitely looking good. Let's go back to that quickly. I like that actually. I think that's really popping. And you could even put the Axion name on there. I might do that and put it on there somewhere. We'll see. I might update the logo of this channel with that. I'll have to rebrand, so I'll be probably using the background here. You'll probably see that up on this channel later today. I'll be putting that up pretty quickly. So we'll be rebranding the channel as well. Now I've got something coming out for this channel in a couple of days, so it's just taking me a bit longer to do, but it's just coming out. So I'll be doing that. All right, we've just hit 90 minutes, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this one. This was a follow-on from Axion today, and you can see we've got another 6 stakes there going. We'll go next. Fish stake, this little one. 4 million for max shares, 25 million for max shares. It keeps going. They keep coming in. 4 million max shares, 6 million for max shares, and that's pretty epic. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Jump onto the Discord and get on there and get into the action. And I will catch you in the next one. I'll be doing my end of auction daily vid. So watch the auctions coming up. Let me have a look here. I think that's on this page. So we've got the auction. I'll be doing my end of the day auction vid in 5 hours, and I'll post that on this channel and obviously on Discord, Telegram, Publish OX, Medium, and Gab. So I'll be pushing those onto those channels. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks for watching, and onwards and upwards. And once again, thanks, Alex, for your great comments and for being a good moderator. And I will catch you in the next one. Let me just find the exit here, and I will exit out. There we go. See you later.